welcome everybody tuning in here for the Western Super Series. This is a great league, man. The Narrative Coffee Challenger K&N Series, first race of the season here for these guys. Very much looking forward to this one. Out in front right now in practice, Kyle Large just took over the fastest time. 92-degree track temp here with the Iowa Super Speedway. There's a look here at the current track temperature and the air temp. 92 degrees as we get set to go here from Iowa. Like I mentioned, a little under a half a mile. Very interested with this K&N car. Of course, these guys do use the newer tire model as well. So that makes things very interesting as we get set to go. Green flag for 100 laps here. Live from Talladega. So everybody do me a favor right now, share the heck out of this broadcast. Let's get some people in here to cheer on your favorite driver. I know we're going to be talking to Daniel Dye here in just a few moments. Great racer. We'll be talking to him, who picks up the pole award winner here tonight. So we'll be talking to him here in just a moment as the practice is winding down here. I want to welcome everybody here once again. If you are tuning in just now over from the iRacing East Series, these guys always put on a good show over there, so I expect another good one here as well. All right, let's see. I heard that the number 112 car has a good paint scheme tonight. Let's see if we can actually see this before we go. Check that out. Oh, my gosh. That is trippy, man. That is probably the coolest paint scheme I've seen on iRacing. I'm not going to lie. That is absolutely insane. That is Joshua Beal, I believe. Yeah. Check that out. That is really cool looking, man. That is absolutely insane. I absolutely love that. Wow. So anyway, we're going to be seeing some stuff like that tonight as practice or warm-up coming to an end here. We get set to go green flag here from Iowa Speedway. Till I've been broadcasting the Super Speedway Series, my mind's all twisted on that after calling that race. Lot different track, lot bigger track. So here we go. Up front, Brian Cole is starting up front, but of course Daniel Dye was the fastest in the qualifying, but with the invert, he's going to be starting at 8. So let's talk to Daniel. As soon as he grids up, we'll pull him in. There he is. And we'll talk to him right now this time. Hey, Daniel Dye, it's Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Iowa here tonight. K&N car. What's it going to take to be able to get this done? You was the fastest in qualifying, but with the invert, it changes a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of messes my plans up. I didn't really know that there was going to be an invert till after the fact.
Right.
So we'll probably be riding here for a little bit. You only get these sets of tires, and with this new tire model, you got to be kind of careful with them. So gonna probably ride around right here to the end and try to get towards the front. These cars get real slippery and real hard to drive pretty early, so I gotta make sure that it stays in one piece too. So just gotta make sure we stay in one piece and we're there at the end to race for it.
Yeah, this track's very tough on tires. The Iowa's a really beat up track. This is actually a driver's track. It's really bumpy. Is that something you're definitely going to take into consideration now that you are starting back in 8th? I mean, does that, I'm sure that, like you said, it changed the plans a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of calms me down. When you're in the lead, you want to drive away with it. Sitting right here around 10th will be kind of where I want to hang out. So it'll allow me to stay a little more smooth, stay a little more calmed down and focused for the first probably 3/4 of this race. And then once we hit lap 60, start making our way to the front, hopefully tuck you in victory lane after this race.
Hey, man, I like that aspect. I've never heard anybody actually tell me that, so that's a good answer. Good job, and congratulations on qualifying first. Just the invert, going to be starting 8th, but go see if you can get this done.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks
Talk to you later.
You too, buddy. There goes Daniel Dye. We'll move him back up. So Brian Cole going to get the provisional pole, not by qualifying the fastest. He actually qualified back in the 8th position, but after the invert, congratulations to him. He's going to be starting beside the 91 of Kevin Garber. Let's see if we can go through this grid really fast here for the start of this one. Keep in mind, there's Daniel Dye. Here's James Babb, going to be starting in row 5. Keith Pierce, Donnie and Ronnie going to be starting in row 6. Row 7, we got Tyler Williams, Cody Sleeper. Row 8, there you go, Andreas and Joshua Bill in that 112 crazy car. Row 9, there's look at row 10, Case Fleegle, Jason Walton. Row 10 or 11, we got Casey Newsom, Cody Mose. Keep your eye on the 71. I'm anxious to watch what he does tonight. Brian Young, Devin Rogers. Keep your eye on the 25 as well. Richard Orr not racing tonight, of course. But here we go. Or is Richard Orr actually racing? He is. I apologize. He is racing tonight. Definitely not used to seeing that. Richard Orr, the owner of the league. Pace car is in. Green flag set to wave. Green flag is out. Western Super Series. Race number 1 of their season underway. We'll talk a little bit about that here in a little bit. Keep in mind, no tire changes here for the K&N Series. Just like you see on the Tuesday night series that we broadcast over on Speed 51. We're glad to have these guys back and almost a little bit of contact there. Actually, could have been a little bit of contact. But Brian Cole able to take this lead away. Here comes the 95, Joshua Hart. Everybody knows what Joshua Hart does over on Speed 51 if you tuned in over and watched us. But we are so thrilled to have these guys back in here with the ESBN with the Western Super Series. We love this league. We're so happy to have them back over here on our channel. Of course, these guys run on Speed 51 on Tuesday nights. That I broadcast over on there with Kyler Hope. But here we'll be broadcasting the entire 2020 K&N season here starting out. So here we go. 3 wide up front for the lead. It is going to be Brian Cole with that lap led. But that number 2 spot will go over to Blake Brown, possibly riding that middle line. How about this? 3 grooves of racing. The 10 just got really heavy into the bumps. Turn 1 and 2 is extremely bumpy. That's something you got to keep in mind. Kyle Lahr now working the middle. Up in 5th, Daniel Dye has already started working his way up. He said he was going to take it easy a little bit. If he's taking it easy, we're not noticing it because he is working his way up towards the front. He just took over the 5th spot. Right now, here is the 12 of Kyle Lahr moving himself into P number 2. Levi Allen back here as well in the number 41. He is looking underneath the 91 of Kenneth Garber. Going down in to turn number 3 and 4. On the exit, he's going to try to slide up in front of that 91. He will be able to. The Ford Taurus K&N car goes up into P number 6. And yes, it was 80 laps. I do apologize for that. It was 80 laps. I said it was 100 laps. And we got a caution out on the track. Oh, man, there goes multiple cars. Who was that? That is actually the 7. And it looks like Casey Flegel just whipped it around as well. That is actually the 7. Who was that? Jay Berg goes around and actually flips. This is a hard contact. Him and Casey Flegel has some contact here. See what happens. Going down into turn 1. Casey going to overdrive the corner. He slides up into the 25, back down into the 27. 25 just puts it into the wall. Casey, unfortunately, making more contact with the 8 car. Definitely not the way that should have happened, but a caution does come out in this one. There you see Casey driving away, and very nice car, by the way, but unfortunately, the Team Force, number 113, with some damage as well. The 7 with some major damage. The 25, the RMS Racing driver, Devin Rogers, very fast in the super late models. Unfortunately, was really involved in that heavily. You see that car on the outside. Billy Porter with some damage on the left front, as well as everybody else looks like they may have made it through that. I'm trying to check some more damage. Richard Orr with slight bit of damage. He's actually, see what he's doing. You also see the 45, Russell Newsom, with a little bit of damage. Not sure what that's from. And then up there in front, the 8 car that you see is actually the 16, some damage on that car as well. The pit road's going to be open. I'm guessing we're going to have some cars come in and take that damage repair. The good thing about the damage here is you're not allowed to take tires, but that does give you some time to take the damage repair that you need. So there is a good side to that, I guess, for the most part. You don't want to be wrecked, but at least you can take the damage and stuff. Once again, this series is sponsored by Narrative Coffee Company. Make sure you guys go check them out and give them a drink. It's always awesome to have sponsors that come in and sponsor the series. And they do a great job at that. They've been a supporter now for a few seasons now, I believe. Once again, guys, I'm Adam Chapman. I'll be your host here every Friday now. I know it was on a different broadcast channel last season, but we are absolutely so happy to have the Western Super Series join us here back again on ESPN. Of course, you know, like I mentioned, we do their Tuesday night series, but it is not on ESPN. So we're very happy to have the K&N Series here. And honestly, it's great short track racing. Like, I'm not going to lie, these K&N cars do not go to no big tracks. Looking at the schedule right now, the biggest track these guys go to might be this track, actually, because next week, I'm sorry, in 2 weeks, not next week, they actually go over to Myrtle Beach. So that will be the next time that we race. Will be on 124 over at Myrtle Beach for 100 laps. So that'll be fun there. Then from there, we go to Irwindale on the 31st of January. I'm just going to go ahead and read the rest of the schedule for you guys. That way you'll have an idea of where these guys go. But Irwindale on the 31st of January. New Smyrna is the next race after that. Then we take a break after that for a week. Southern National will be the following race over on the 21st, and I cannot wait. Love Southern National. Never got to broadcast a race there, I don't think. Maybe one time. So that's going to be fun. Then we have kind of a long race. The longest that these guys will run, I believe, all season. It is the Bristol 199. I'm not actually sure why it's the 199, but that's pretty interesting. Unless it was meant to be a 100 and it just absolutely popped that in there. But anyway, this is Bristol 199 over on February the 28th. South Boston the week after that. That's going to be a fun race. Stafford, the Bull Ring, ISM. So ISM is the biggest track we actually go to. USA Speedway until we round out the season on March the 24th with Five Flags on 125. And Five Flags is just an amazing racetrack of its own. Daniel Dye said, I love Daniel Dye. Daniel Dye is so cool. Daniel Dye is my favorite race car driver. Daniel Dye, you are actually a really good race car driver. I will give you credit for that. You are actually really good. And I always like how you talk in a third person because it just cracks me up every time that I get to see you race. So we're doing the broadcast here a little bit more different with the Friday compared to their Tuesday league. The Friday league, I do tend to re-chat a little bit more and stuff like that. More than I do on Tuesday because we can't reach out on Tuesday, but they don't have a chat, but go figure. But anyway, we are doubling back up. The number 81 going to be back out front of Blake Brown. We will see how that pays out for him. Keep in mind, no tires allowed here for 80 laps. And actually, we're back green, guys. I was actually on the replay, so there you go. Back green here just now. And 3 wide right now for third. Daniel Dye is on the high side, trying to take over the third position. Remember, he actually started back in 8th after the invert. He just got around Brian Cole. Brian Cole trying not to let him get around him because he was coming back to the inside. Brian actually started up in the front row after the invert. So there you go. Dye does take that spot away. Caution flag comes back out in the air once again as Devin Rogers once again goes around. He is really no fault of his own once again, and unfortunately just gets into the wall after someone there makes a little bit of love tap. The 45 came up, and there you go. Russell Newsom, not sure what happened there, but Russell, a little bit of trouble, and came up on him and made contact with Devin Rogers and sent him around into the outside wall. Well, there you go. So we will work this caution once again in this one. As you see, a look at your top 5 there on the screen. I know we had a lot of people say that they liked that number 112 car. Let me see if I can actually find that for you guys again. Might take me just a second. There he is. Joshua Bill. Check this car out. If you're just joining, check out that car. That paint scheme is by far one of my favorites I've ever seen on iRacing. I think it's so trippy looking. I don't know how they did that. That's really neat looking. I will give him complete credit for that. Really nice. Of course, it's good to see Matt Eddy in here. Matt Eddy, a great super late model racer. And here he is in here in the K&N. We get to broadcast him another time this week on Sunday with the Tri-State Super Series. He will be most likely over there racing for the final race of the season. I think he'll be over there. So will we double back up? I'm not sure. we will this time or not. No, we will not. We will take another trip around before we double up. Tomorrow night, guys, strictly street stock series. We'll be live. We'll be broadcasting a little bit of dirt street stock. If you guys are into that, show my screen. Oh, show my car. I want to take a screenshot. There you go. See if I can get you a good picture here. There you go. Daniel Dye right now in third place, I might add. What sponsor is that actually on the front of that car? Daniel Dye races over in real life. Actually, a lot of guys, Ben Kennedy racing on the front. A lot of guys race in real life that actually run this series. Daniel Dye is one of them guys that does that. Pace lights are off. If I'm not mistaken, I think was talking about Daniel Dye. I believe he actually ran up 5 flags. Was very close. I can't remember if he actually made it. I think he was very close to making it. And that just missed it in the snowflake or whatever it was to try to get into the snowball derby. Just missed it, unfortunately. But hey, it's a tough race to do anyway. A lot of guys don't have that much money and stuff. Anyway, here we go out of turn 4, coming to the green flag. Up front, it is Kyle Lar, or Blake Brown and Kyle Lar. Green flag is out in the air. We're back to racing here from Iowa Speedway. Once again, no tires are allowed, so we tend to see these guys could easily overdrive their tires here. You hear the tires squealing. Up front, Kyle Lar putting a ton of pressure on right now for the lead. There he is on board. Great looking shot here. Right behind him. You can't really see there, but there you go, right up in front. This is on board right now with second place, Kyle Lar. Right behind him. And the guy trying to take that spot away. Jump back a little bit. This is Jason Watson. Running in 16th, or Walton, I apologize, not Watson. He's running in 16th place right now. Looking on the outside of the 42 of Ryan Lane, who's another good short track racer. Running right behind Cody Sleeper in the 01. It's interesting because you see all 3 different lines, but what I'm trying to actually do, let's see, does he go up to the high side? Nope. I'm trying to get someone to go up to the high side. We can maybe see how bumpy this racetrack actually is at turn 1 compared to turn 3. You can really see it. Matt Eddy may go to the high side. Let's see if he goes up there. You don't go quite as high, but you can see the bumps. I mean, it's really bumpy. He's not even all the way up to the bumps yet. Now, let's see if he goes high down here in 3 and 4, try to save some of them tires. And I mean, it's a lot smoother down here. You can kind of see it. It's a lot more smoother down here on the lower end of the racetrack in 3 and 4 compared to 1 and 2. That will save your tires. I mean, that's one thing that Eddie will do with that by saving tires. As you see Donnie taking over in that 13 car. Here comes Joshua Bill to the inside trying to take advantage of that 112 car. Getting really close to the bumper there. These guys behind him really nose to tail as well. Matt Eddy battling right now the 01 of Cody Sleeper on the high side. Cody going to go back to the low side here. Eddie going to run that 3rd lane once again. Momentum will be big as well. You see it right there at 87, able to take that spot away. We'll jump up just a little bit here, as the pressure is being shown right now for the lead. 18 last time by, or 12 last time by, was a little bit faster than our leader. About 4/10 separating them 2 guys. We'll see if that closes in this time. Actually, this time it may go Blake Brown's way. It looks like it does. Look at this racing back here. Going down into turn one. This could be bad. A 71 is going to slide up in front of the 72. Andreas Lambert cut a good big wreck. The 13's rail flipping. Matt Eddy involved as well. Eddy with some hard contact, and the 13 went for a ride. Let's see if we can see. He has blown up, and I believe this may take him out. This is actually racing with the 112. There you see the contact around both of them guys go. He goes hard into the outside wall. Eddy was really nowhere to go. Goes right into the driver's side door. We can get a good look here. Let's ride on board with Matt Eddy coming out of turn number 2. Running the same line that he was up inside the top 10 when this actually happened. There's the contact. He sees the car going around, and unfortunately, this happened. Nowhere to really go in that one. You see him drive off with the damage on the front of that car, or the back of that car and the front of that car. So Blake Brown keeping a lead. It looks like Cody Sleeper coming down pit road. This is pretty interesting here to see him come down. I think he's just getting some of his damage repaired. A little bit on that left front. Not much, but there is a little bit. You see him pulling in. Remember, no tires can be changed while he's on pit road. And trust me, race control does watch that quite a bit. There's one thing I will say. They do watch that, and usually pretty strict on that as well. They do a good job with it. They're really fair with it, so. See if we can grab second place Kyle Lard and speak to him while he's in the car. Hey, Kyle Lard, Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got a copy, man.
Man, track looking pretty slick out there. Tires finally getting up to pressure a little bit. You're looking pretty fast. You pretty happy with the car so far?
I'm really happy with it so far. At first, I thought I was going to start fading back, and then I made some brake bias adjustments there, and it's really starting to work right now.
We're seeing some cars run to Highline to try to save some tires. Do you think that that you possibly are going to have to do that maybe a little bit, or do you think, you know, with these cautions it's kind of cutting you a little bit of a break where you don't have to save as much?
I'm probably going to start running the Highline a little more. That way I don't burn up the right rear. But if it gets down to it, I'll start running the low line. For
sure, man. Well, you're fast right now. Good luck, and definitely looks like you're one of the guys to beat. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man. Thanks, I appreciate it.
You too, buddy. Move him back up. He's going to be restarting in second, right behind Blake Brown, our leader right now, up in front row, right behind the Ford Mustang pace car. Once again, watching the Western Super Series. Might see tire blow. Hey, that'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? Casey Flegel said go 113. Hey. There's Casey Flegel. He's got some damage. He's got to get that damage worked out to be really competitive. I like the paint scheme, though. A little bit of damage there, but he's got the Toes Auto sponsor on the side. A little bit of shade coming over the track here, which is going to create more grip, I think. That's going to help these tires a little bit. If it stays cloudy, that is. If the shade stays on the track, probably not going to happen, but you never know. I want to give a shout out, by the way, guys. We actually are almost at 1,600 followers here on the Facebook page. And almost 1,000 likes over here on the Facebook page. So really big shout out to that. There'll be another yellow for sure. I would agree. I think that we're definitely going to see probably a couple more possibly. And over on the YouTube, almost 800 subscribers over there. So thank you very much for that. I know Sam has done a lot of work over here on the ESPN, brought a lot of great broadcasters in. Real fast, I want to give a shout out to another guy that actually broadcasts with us. Adam Chatton is my hero. Thank you, guys. I want to give a shout out real fast to another broadcaster, and I will get to that here in just a moment. Let's let these guys go back green flag first. As the green flag about to drop, pace car is in. Green flag set the wave here for the Western Super Series. Working caution number 3. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here live from Iowa. Coming to lap number 29 this time. Going down into turn 1. It is Blake Brown and Kyle Lahr, followed by the number 43 car. Fastest qualifier after the invert, but up front, here comes Kyle Lahr. He is going to drive hard. When you get the opportunity, I think you've got to take the chance. Do not save your tires when you've got a good chance here. Do it. Maybe a little bit of rubbing contact there out of turn 4. He backs it down a little bit, not to get into the side of Brown. And that was a great job by both him. But it will open the door for Dye. Dye looks to the inside of the 12 car, trying to take advantage of that. You see that back end stepping out a little bit on the 12 car. That is actually a good step out. It is actually helping that car rotate just a little bit more. You can see right there with the drive off. He's not really looking really good, actually. So very good job there by holding on to that. We got to jump back a little bit further. Here we go. The 42, I'm sorry, this is Ronnie Benton that we see right here on your screen. Ranking that number 39 DuPont car. Battle with the 71 of Cody Most. Cody Most will be racing tomorrow as well for the Strictly Street Stock Dirt Series. And here's Cody Most trying to make the most of his run here tonight to the inside of the 39. Trying to put a pass on Ronnie Benton. This is a position battle right now for the 11th spot. Coming up out of turn, you see Most giving up a little bit here. Trying to hold off this 72. We're really focused on this battle right now. All three of these guys right here trying to get to the top 10 right now. Ryan Lange holds into the 10th spot. I see smoke. Not sure if there's a wreck or I think it was just a blink from someone up towards the front. Let's jump up a little bit. Levi Allen right now, the 41. Battling Joshua Hart. Hart in that number 95 car. You see him right behind the 91 as well. Kenny Garber trying to hold on to the 5th position. Joshua Hart started up at 3rd. He has dropped back a little bit. He's been back to 7th, but right now holding on strongly in 6th, it looks like. As here comes Levi Allen. So how do you go about making a pass here? That's kind of a weird question. I feel like really setting a pass is all about the exit. You got to get the momentum on the run out of the exit down the straightaways in order to set up a pass. You're not going to be able to just pass them in the center of the corner from what I'm seeing. So it's something we're going to be kind of watching here as this run goes on. I'm surprised we haven't seen some of these guys move up more. Like, for example, the 95, the 91, the 90 or 41. We haven't seen too many guys move up to that high line yet in 3 and 4, which is kind of surprising to me in a way. I feel like you can get a really good run out of that and try to take advantage and this is a good little battle up front for the lead. Looking at the lap times, yeah, Kyle Lahr is closing right now as far as speed goes. Daniel Dye, by the way, just gave up 3rd position. Not sure what happened there. He drops back to 4th. But how about this 12 car? He is really right now doing a good job. We just talked to him a few moments ago. He said he possibly thought about saving it. You see a little bit of damage on that right front. I'm wondering if this 81's got some damage. I can't really tell from this angle if he's got some damage, but this is right now on board, as you see, who's that on the other side? It may have been the 01. Actually, that was a 45, actually kind of slow on the low side. But there you see Blake Brown still leading this one. Been out front now for 36 laps. Let's jump back just a little bit here in the field. As once again, Cody Most trying to get around this 71. It looks like he was able to get around that time. Unfortunately, he has dropped back to 14th a little bit. Here comes the 2 car as well. Jason Walton trying to hold on to 13th. A little bit further up, the 95. Joshua Hart trying to take 5th away. See some cars leaning on each other quite a bit here. Tires are starting to really feel the wear of them tires. Like I said, 89 degrees. It's getting slick out there. Quite a bit of a hot track here tonight from Iowa. Already tough racetrack. And you can see it right there. The tires are starting to take a little bit of a toll here. As you see Joshua Hart trying to work his way underneath Daniel Dye. Not sure if Dye's saving tires or maybe he burnt his tires up a little bit. He's running a little bit higher, so I got a feeling this could be a little bit of tire saving going on as well. And when they have some contact right here, they was 3 wide for a moment. So we'll jump back up to Daniel Dye and Joshua Hart as they continue to battle out for the 4th position. See Daniel Dye on board with him. As you just see it right there, Joshua Hart moves into 4th. Dye drops back to 5th place. There's some more contact. The 65, Keith Pierce made some contact with the 41. This is going to set up a good battle back here for the 9th spot. Levi Allen now under attack from Ronnie Benton, Ryan Lane, Andreas Lambert in this battle as well. 72. 39 out of turn number 2. It looks like he's going to be the one with the advantage. Working in a 9th spot now. Levi Allen drops back a couple spots. He's now back to 10th. We see another position battle up here. As I don't even know which one to really watch here. You got Daniel Dye in 5th battling James Babb. That could be a position battle. Here comes the 65. We can just go ahead and throw all 4 in this one. As you look down at this battle right here. We'll go ahead and call this a battle right now for 5th place. As Babb right now has the advantage. Here comes the 65 trying to do that. It's Keith Pierce on the inside, able to slide up in front of the 91, possibly get around this 43. 3 wide going back into turn 1. This is about as good as a racing as you're going to get into K&M. This is absolutely insane right now. As Blake Brown continues to run away with it, he's out to a 2nd lead. But back here, we're seeing some absolutely fantastic racing right now. With Ronnie Benton, the 91 as well, Kenneth Garber, Daniel Dye. I mean, all these guys back here really throwing it in and doing a great job of not really running over anybody. A little bit further back, Richard Orr trying to take advantage. That is the 112 you see up in the wall. Richard Orr going to go underneath, split both of them. He's trying to move his way forward after having a little bit of damage a little bit a while ago, but he has worked his way now into 19th. Billy Porter in 20th right now. There's that trippy number 112 car. You see that, but you see some damage. He's running Casey Flegel right now, the 01 there as well. Casey up on the high side in the number 22 car with that little left front, trying to run the high side. You got to be real careful. 12 is going to be bad. Oh, he gets on the brakes hard. Casey gives him a little bit of room on the exit. Casey Flegel moves up the spot. Big wreck out of turn number 4. 71 goes around. This is Cody Most. We was just talking about him. And the damage don't look too severe. I mean, the back end is jacked up. He's just going to sit there before he rolls. Let's see what happened here. Definitely some contact here with the 8 car. But who was it on? Let's see. This was on both. Oh, nope, the 8 slid back up. Actually, they made contact once, then the 8 slid back up and actually got into him. And that's what sent him around. So it was the 8 car that we see with that cause of the caution. So tomorrow night, like I mentioned, strictly street stock series. K&N here tonight. And we got some more super late model action on Sunday over at the Tri-State Super Series. And then we're actually going to go back to a Monday night series that we're broadcasting for a couple weeks. It's only a 4-week broadcast for them guys because I don't have the time after 4 weeks to broadcast them with me racing my own league. But we'll be back over with them over on, oh my goodness, I cannot remember the name of the league off the top of my head. Sorry, I've been broadcasting too long tonight. The NWRA League. That is a pro late model league. They run dirt. So that's going to be fun to broadcast them guys. I had a blast over there the other night. And we'll be back with them guys on Monday. Tuesday night, Western Super Series here once again. That will be over on Speed 51. And them guys are going to lock up their season over there for the Western Super Series. I know they're about to make an announcement. I think they might have already made it with the prelude. I don't want to go too far into that. But the Super Late Model Series coming down to the wire next week when we go racing once again for, yes, they have announced the Prelude Series. But we will be once again on Tuesday night racing over on Speed 51 for, what track? I keep thinking it's Five Flags, I believe. No, Milwaukee. We will be up Milwaukee. That will wrap up their season for that one. And then we'll start right back not soon after that. So there you go. And I know Sam Cooper Bennett also has a couple broadcasts coming up this week. I know he's got the All Out Esports, but he's also got Top Fuel Racing making its return back after a week off. Oh, no problem, buddy. I'm glad you like it. I'm not the greatest announcer, but I try. I gotta give a lot of credit where it's due. When I broadcast Western Super Series normally, and they hate when I say it, especially Kyler Hope. But if it wasn't for him, there would not be a Speed 51 for me. So he done a lot for me, and he don't broadcast the K&N series, but he does a lot for me on the Western Super Series on Tuesdays. And he keeps giving me credit and stuff, but I'm definitely not the best by any means, but I do enjoy doing it, which is all that matters, I think, in my opinion. I think I've been on iRacing long enough to somewhat know what I talk about, for the most part. But I do appreciate the kind words. It's awesome. Let's take a look at James Babb. We've kind of talked about him for a moment. Good looking car, by the way. He started back in, actually, ninth. He dropped back to 10th early, but here he is, working his way up to 5th, and another fast guy was right there behind him, Keith Pierce, you see. He's actually been back to 13th, and here he is in 6th. Ryan Lynch has moved up. Somebody that's not probably too happy is Daniel Dye, who, I'm not sure what happened. He actually started in 8th, and here he is once again back in 8th. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. I'm not sure if like I said, I don't know if he's saving some tires. It could be. But we are coming down to lap 54 as we work our fourth caution here of the night. Pace lights are off, so we are going to double back up here. Once again, no tire changes are allowed in this series. And their super late model, no tire changes are allowed. That's what I think makes this series kind of unique, because a lot of K&N leagues allow the tire changes. So I'm a big fan of not allowing that. I think that's really neat. For anybody that might be watching, if you are interested in racing, contact Richard Orr. The K&N series still accepted drivers, and I will get more into that here in just a moment as we go back green flag here once again. And there is a little bit of shade on track. You see that on the front stretch. We'll see if it stays there. Like I said, I'm guessing it probably won't. But these first couple laps are going to be a lot of grip, so here is a chance, possibly for Kyle Lahr to have a good run. But he does got his hands full a little bit. Here comes Joshua Hart looking to the inside. Don't know if he's going to be able to get there this time. But we'll have to wait and see as we exit turn number 4. You see Hart right there looking back off of Kyle's car. Here they come up off turn number 2. Looking back, you see the 95. Here he comes to the inside. At NOS Energy Chevrolet. You see that back end. You also see the 10 get a little bit loose, but Brian Cole's going to have a run. It's a great shot of this position battle right now for 3rd place as well. Josh moved up to that high line right now, by the way. Blake Brown has checked back out just a little bit. 5 tenths out in front of these guys. Watching this battle for 3rd. Looks like Hart going to be able to hold on to it for now. Going to jump back a little bit here. You see it right there. Daniel Dye, Ryan Lynch, and a 39 of Ronnie Benton in a close battle right now. Keep in mind, this is just the first race of the season. There goes Daniel Dye making contact with Watt. And actually, you know, that was just driver instinct, I think, kind of coming into play there. I don't know how that car did not get turned. There is damage, but that could have been way worse than what we just seen. And by the way, Keith Pierce is continuing knocking drivers off right now. He's just moving himself up into 4th. Here comes Joshua Hart. Not going to be able to get it yet. Looking at the times on the board right now. No one really touching our leaders' times. Which, you know, when they're racing side by side, we kind of don't expect them to. As they work off turn 4 across the start-finish line. Let me go check again. Yeah, nobody's really touched the leader time. Right now, the leader's running 24.5s. Next closest is a 24.7. Well, there you go. Joshua Hart trying to take it over. Kind of got to do it. It's kind of like dirt racing. You're seeing more of a slide job being put on than anything. We just got to get to run out. Like this time, the 95 not going to be able to do much with this, I don't think. As they work down into turn 1 and 2. Yeah, he's not going to be able to get to run out this time. But let's see if he can stay side by side down the straightaway. If he does, there is a chance you can see a slide job here put on Kyle Lar for that 2nd spot. And he's trying, not going to be able to clear him. If he stays side by side here down into 1, he may be able to grab him. Or grab that spot away. Lar's going to go a little wide. That might help the 95. It does. He's going to slide up in front. No, he will not slide up in front of him. And how about that 65 that we're seeing? Keith Pierce continues to work his way forward as Joshua Hart still battling for the 2nd position. Lap 64 showing on the board now. That is as good as racing we're going to get. We've had this racing all throughout the field. You see Hart taking that spot away. Single file for the rest of the field right now. A little bit further back, here's the 11. Trying to make a pass for 14th on, looks like that is the 8 car of Derek Garrison. Both of these guys running decent lap times, honestly. They're actually running faster than, that time by, Jake actually ran faster than our leader. Fastest car on the track that time was the 44. No, I apologize. It was not. It was actually Blake Brown. That was the fastest. There's your pass here up in front. You see right there, Jason Walton trying to move up. Levi Allen. This is for 11. Levi Mayer's just got some of the wall as well. 23 going to take advantage of that. He's going to move up. Tyler Williams. Here comes the 11 as well. Here we go. 65. Battling Kyle Lard now for the 3rd position. Keith Pierce has done a great job. Here comes the 44, James Babb as well. 12 doing a good job. Lar able to hang on for now. Ryan Lane starting to work his way up. He's up to 7. Yes, this is a fixed setup. I apologize. I was looking at my lifetime of wet league chat. It is a fixed setup league. You can check them out over, just type in Western Super Series. You can get some more information there. Lane's into the wall. He's hard into the wall. He's going to lose a couple spots after working his way up. We was just talking about it. He drops back to 8th. Luckily, he had a pretty big gap behind him, separating him and Andreas back in 9th. Single file for the most part of the field. Closest battle right now is for 3rd, and you see why. Look at the pressure. The 44 is showing right now with the 65, with the 10. Go ahead and throw the 39 in there as well. 11 laps to go as our leader has checked out to a 2.8 second lead. And Joshua Hart's running faster times right now. But the only problem is the lap times right now. We do not have a lot of laps left in this one. Coming at 10 to go this time. And Kyle Lars doing everything he can right now as we got a caution actually out on track. Daniel Dobb may have had trouble there with Matt Eddy. Let's see. No, it was not with Matt Eddy. Let's see what happened. Did he get... Not sure what happened there. That's not going to go over well with race control, I don't think, Daniel. Not sure what happened on that one. Give you credit for the spin, though. Didn't really hit nothing. Oh, going back, guys. I agree. They are pretty much on ice. 100%. So, will Joshua Hart have enough for Blake Brown? This is going to be very interesting. I feel like Hart is pretty evenly matched with Blake, honestly. But Blake is going to get such good restarts. I don't know if Joshua's going to have enough time. I don't know, though. There's a chance. But like I mentioned, if you guys are interested in running, here's who you need to talk to right here, the man, Richard Orr. Came in at K&N Western Super Series. Narrative Coffee Company, the sponsor. Once again, thank you for your awesome sponsorship. And of course, this is a series, of course, called the Narrative Coffee Challenger K&N Series. Check out some of these paint schemes while we're riding around on caution. Get a little bit better idea for them. I'm a fan of that one. I kind of like that. I like that one too. Good looking paint there too. Okay, so Andres actually has Race to a Race LMS. That's a cool paint. I like that. Got the crons and Foundation of America on that. That's a cool paint. Good to show that stuff for sure. Tyler Williams. Jake in the 11. I'm a fan of that one. I always like G-Force paint schemes. I think that was good. That's Brian Young up to 14th right now. I actually started in 23rd, been back to 26th. He's actually done a good job. There's some chrome paint scheme. I like that. Check that out. Levi Allen. I was not aware that was actually chrome when I first seen it. I like that. That's nice. There's Richard Orr. Casey Flegel. I like his paint. Just a little beat up right now. That's the craziest paint out tonight. There's Daniel Dye. Matt Eddy's got a great one on as well. He's got his numbers and stuff outlined in chrome. I like that. And of course, Cody Most, that white Monster Energy car. Not very many people. There's just a couple. I'm a big fan of like the matte paint schemes with a little bit of chrome mixed in. I think that looks good. That's one reason why I like Matt Eddy's car. I think a lot. I like how he's got his the logo and stuff in chrome. Doubling back up here. We get set to go. Coming to 4 laps to go this time. So basically, this is not really a green-white checker, but man, it kind of feels like one, to be honest. Once again, guys, we're going to be live again here next week, too. So make sure you all have this page on Facebook and our YouTube subbed and liked and all that stuff. Notifications on. Follow us. You will know every time we go live. We do a lot of broadcasts. I think we broadcast more leagues than anybody. That's just being honest. Pace car ready to drop in. And there we go. Now, and green flag. Oh, the 12 putting a bumper to the 81. That was kind of strange there. Here comes the 95 of Joshua Hart. Will he be able to take advantage of that? Kyle Lard try to drive it in deep. Here comes Hart. But the only chance you can really get there. Keith Pierce taking advantage. He's trying to take third, leaning on that 12 car up the track. Still leaning on him out of turn 4. These two guys going at it. The 10 also trying to get around the 44, James Babb. 3 laps to go. And right now, our leader just keeps inching away from Joshua Hart, who's in second. Biggest battle right now is his third position. It can go to literally any one of these guys. Ryan Lange also has made his way into this battle. 3 wide for 4th place. 3 wide for 3rd place now. Coming to the white flag. This is the 10 of Brian Cole. He's going to send the 12 up. Kyle in the wall. Will not bring out a caution. We are coming to the white flag. Brian Cole takes over 3rd. Blake Brown driving away with this one. We will check back up there in just a second. Blake Brown working through turn 3 and 4. He is going to pick up the win here tonight in Iowa, leading every single lap. Actually, not every lap. Blake Brown able to win this one. First race of the year. Joshua Hart finishing in 2nd. 3rd place goes to Brian Cole. Keith Pierce goes to 4th. And 5th place, Ryan Lange. But congratulations right here. It's the man of the hour now. Blake Brown picking up a big win here to start the season off. And I don't think he's actually in TeamSpeak, so we're not going to be able to talk to him. Joshua Hart is. I think Brian Cole is as well. But congratulations right here goes up to the 81. While he celebrates, a little burnout there. We're going to talk to Joshua Hart. Finishing in P number 2 here tonight, Joshua Hart. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Gotcha.
It's been a long time since we actually got the chance to actually talk. You're the one basically got me involved with broadcast the Western Super Series, but on the other hand, tonight finishing 2nd, not too bad, man. You look like you might have needed a little bit more laps to possibly have a chance at Blake, but not too bad at all, I don't think.
Yeah, man. It's well, first off, yeah, it's finally good to finally be back up here talking to you. I've had a lot of bad luck, but tonight, just the car. These cars are a lot tighter than the super late model, and I like a tight race car, so it was more up my alley. But Blake, I don't think I had anything for him, but that last restart, I don't know what happened. I think he got bumped by the third place, and then he kind of went, so I jumped, and then I let him pass me before the line, so I wouldn't get black flag. But I don't know. But once he got by me, I just didn't really have anything for him.
Well, man, you come in here. Tonight's the start of the new season, so you really needed a good finish to get off on the right foot. So that kind of helps. I know you're not thinking about too much about points right now, at least in my mind, I don't think. But we kind of mix it up a little bit. Tonight was Iowa Speedway. We mix it up a little bit next week. And I forgot exactly what track it was we went to. I had it actually wrote down. Let me see if I can get that up for you real fast. I believe, off the top of my head, I think, Myrtle Beach. So kind of a place that you're familiar with because, of course, the super late model stuff. But how do you feel about actually heading to Myrtle Beach with the K&N car? Because, like you said, this car's a little bit different.
I like the shorter tracks better, so
Right.
it's a little bit shorter, and I think hopefully I'll run a little bit better over there.
Well, if you run any better, you're only going to be up one more spot. So good job on that, man. Started in third place tonight. Actually, at one point, he was back to seventh, but finishing second. Not a bad way to start the season off. Shout-outs and all that good stuff.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you for the broadcast, and definitely Speed 51, J2 Racing Parts, Western Super Series, all those guys, Narrative Coffee, just everybody who makes this thing work, and I think we really have something special going here.
I agree completely, man. We've been involved. I broadcasted you plenty of times, and I think you got as good as an idea as anybody when you say a league works good, and I think both of us kind of got that idea here. So good job tonight, man.
I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank
we'll move him down, and next up, we're going to, I don't think we got our winner, so we'll talk to Brian Cole, finishing in P number 3 tonight. Brian, you got a copy.
I got you. Do you got me?
Got you, man. Loud and clear. Started first here tonight after the invert. Third place overall. And actually, your car was good at first. It went away towards the middle, but it came back a little bit strong on the end. Overall, not too bad.
Yeah, I got in late. Son had a basketball game tonight, and I didn't know if I was going to make it in, but didn't get a lot of practice. And I think I was just trying to figure out the groove, and also was trying to keep my right front on it. And so I fell back a little bit, but I felt like I come back up there at the end, and we had a lot of fun racing 2-3 wide some there at the end. Can't wait to watch the broadcast afterwards.
Yeah, man, it wasn't bad at all, and that's what I was kind of surprised with. Cars was sliding around everywhere, and I mean, honestly, I don't know how much you had to save your tires on your car, but honestly, everybody looked like they was slipping and sliding, which made the race really great. How much was you saving on your car to try to save it for the last few laps of this run?
I was really trying to back the corner up and really, not use a lot of braking, just let it roll in the corner to save the right front. And then I was trying to get on it hard, coming off. But at first, those guys were driving away from me. I thought I was trying to save too much. But I got to thank my son over here, Walker. He was able to adjust my brake bias during one of the green flag runs. I can't do that while I'm driving. So he adjusted my brake bias back to the rear a little bit, and that helped me helped the car turn a little better getting in. So, I'm just, man, I have a lot of fun on these Friday night, this Friday night league. All these drivers are so respectful, and you can race them side by side and not have to really worry about it. I mean, every now and then you're going to make a mistake, but it's a lot of fun.
Hey, man, it's always good to have a live crew chief standing beside you pretty much. So that's awesome. But any shout-outs you want to give out, man? Started first, finished third, not bad.
Yeah, I got to thank America's Mattress and Furniture Mart, my sponsors on the car.
Awesome.
And thank you guys for broadcasting, and I got to thank Richard for the putting on this show.
Hey, man, you're always fast. Keep doing what you're doing. These wins are definitely going to be coming soon, so good job tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy. That's it, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed our race. That was fun. Thank you very much, DA. I appreciate that, buddy. I was a little bit curious about how these cars would react here at Iowa, slipping and sliding around, but they did a really great job. Track definitely cooling off now, but I mean that was some fun racing. I ain't gonna lie. What do I expect? I come to expect nothing less from these guys because they do this every week. So good, awesome racing. So we'll be back tomorrow night, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the racing. We did. So we'll be back tomorrow night, Strictly Street Stock. I'm wore out. I broadcasted for the last 4 hours, 2 different races tonight. I hope everybody had time to tune in and watch both of them, the iRacing E-Series and, of course, the Western Super Series. Once again, thanks for the sponsorship, Narrative Coffee Company. If you're in the area, try to check them out. And that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Y'all have a great night. Take care, and as always, God bless.